Would you like help creating an endless stream of leads for your fitness business? If so, stick around because in this video, I'm going to give you 10 lead generation strategies for 2022 that your competition aren't using. Hi, I'm Matt Robinson from the Profit Podcast, and in this week's episode, we released 10 ways you can outwork your competition in terms of lead generation strategies. And in this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of each of those 10 strategies so that you get an idea of what we covered. If you then want to do so, you can head over to Spotify or Apple Podcasts and check out the full episode. So let's dive in. Strategy number 1 is to get out there and use the gym floor. If you are based in a commercial gym that has a membership base, that is your best source of leads. I know it sounds really simple to say as a strategy, but the reality is that 99% of trainers don't use it properly and don't do any sort of gym floor activity with any sort of purpose or intention. So the first thing you can do as a fitness business owner is to make better use of the gym floor and get to know people, get them to like you, get them to trust you, and build relationships with them. Strategy number 2 is to give some sort of offer. So in our world, in the mentoring that we do, we quite often incorporate a personal training trial offer to remove the risk of trying personal training as a service. So what that might look like is giving someone a free trial session, or it might be giving them a small block of sessions at a discounted rate so that they get to try your service with a much lower risk before going into a proper package or offering that you give. Just to give you an example of how we use this with the trainers that we mentor, we get them to implement a 4 for £28 trial offer, and across those 4 sessions, the client will be exposed to the different facets that a personal trainer can help them with, and then we upsell them into a full package, and those convert at a rate of about 78%. Number 3, free talks and seminars. I can guarantee that less than 1% of personal trainers in the UK use this as a strategy, but it's a fantastic way to stand out from the crowd. It gives you the opportunity to position yourself as an expert and then speak on a many-to-one basis. If you're going out and working the gym floor, like we mentioned in point number 1, you're having to do that on a one-to-one basis. In a talk or a seminar, or even a webinar online, you can address 10, 15, 20, 30 people in one go, which massively scales your ability to generate leads. You can speak to those people for an hour about one topic and really help them. And at the end of that hour, you can offer them an upsell or an offer like the trial that we just discussed, and then bring them into your business that way through a low barrier offer. That is something we've used time and time again to great success over the years. Number 4, clinics and workshops. These might sound similar to talks and seminars, but these are smaller, quicker things that we do out on the gym floor or out in the public. So this might be something like a free body fat clinic or a free posture clinic, something that's going to help people with some stretching, maybe a quick abs blast class that you do on the gym floor. It's something quick for people to engage with when they're already in and around the vicinity where you run your business. It gives them something to come and do and gives them sort of a next step of interacting and engaging with you as a business owner and as an expert. Number 5 is content strategy. Now we are actually going to dedicate a full episode just to this one topic because it's something we get asked about a lot and it is a huge topic to cover. But in short, you need a system for producing and distributing content on a very consistent basis, whether that be online or out in your facility or your local area, probably both. So we're going to cover this in a coming episode, but I wanted to make sure that you heard it here first in our list of 10. Number 6, email marketing. This doesn't have to be super fancy. This doesn't have to be funnels and sales pages and landing pages and all those things. This can be as simple as you collecting email addresses from people that have inquired about your services or asked you questions, and then staying in touch with those people over time. It might be that you send out some sort of weekly newsletter. It might be that you send out some sort of mini course for people to work through. It might be that you send out updates on content that you've produced on social media or videos that you've done. However you can carry on engaging with people via email is going to help your business, because it is still the number one form of sales generation across the world. It still works amazingly well because it gives you a chance to build up relationships with people and get to know them better, and for them to get to know you better. So start small, build up a little email list that you might do just through people that you've interacted with face to face. And then you might grow that out over time, especially if you're going to go online and do things like that. That's something that you'll have to grow and take a bit more seriously further down the line. Just a quick note on this one, please make sure that you're still adhering to any sort of GDPR rules or anything like that. I wouldn't want any of you getting in trouble for marketing to people when they've not opted in for doing so. Number 7, free challenges. Now this can work really well in and amongst some of the other strategies that we've done. So let's say, for example, someone's interacted with you in person, or they've interacted with some of your content online. Maybe you've given them the option to come to one of your seminars or talks and they didn't fancy it, or you offered a webinar and they weren't up for that. A free challenge might work as something else that they can engage with that is more valuable to them. It's still free, it still positions you as an expert, but it gives you the chance to work with them over a number of days, potentially as part of a group from which you can then pitch some sort of sale or upsell to at the end of that. So you might do some sort of free 5-day challenge around a particular topic, like nutrition. One thing I would say, if that you are going to do these challenges, is that you have to be specific about what the outcome is at the end of that challenge. You can't do a free 5-day challenge that's going to teach everyone everything they ever need to know about weight loss. There needs to be a clear, here's where you're starting from, here's where you're going to be in 5 days' time, and then you deliver on that promise, and then you upsell into the next steps of that process that will take them to where they eventually want to get to. Number 8, we're nearly there now, and this one is competitions. You can do these in person, you can do these online, you can do these wherever. This can act as a great way to get more people on your email list, get more people engaging with your content, following you online. But a free competition is fantastic for getting more engagement with your business and more awareness of your business. And in turn, if you've got some of these other things up and running, that should then allow you to generate more leads and more sales. The one thing I would say about competitions is that whatever prize you give away should attract the type of person you want to work with, okay? So let's say, for example, I wanted to work with golfers and help them improve their golf swing through mobility and exercise. If I wanted to attract golfers, I need to make sure that my prize is something that's attractive to golfers. It's no good if I give away some random supplement box or some free nutrition subscription. I need to give them some sort of free golf coaching with me, or maybe I actually team up with someone that does real golf coaching in terms of swing analysis and things like that, and get that as the prize. But we need to make sure that we engage them with what they're going to win based on who we want to be working with in the long term. Number 9 on the list is referrals, something that is extremely simple on the face of it, but people just do not do enough of. Make sure you've got systems in place to ask for referrals, to receive referrals, to reach out for referrals. And that starts just by doing a fantastic job of the people that you already look after. If you do reviews with clients, make sure you mention referrals in the reviews. If you're sending newsletters and emails out, make sure you mention referrals in your newsletters on a monthly basis. Just make sure that people know that you accept referrals and that you appreciate referrals, and make sure that you reward referrals as well, because that will then lead to more referrals. Number 10, we've left this one last because this is probably one that most people will leave till further down the line, and that's paid marketing. Once you've got a way of generating leads and sales that works, we can then scale that further through paid marketing. So this might be something as simple as getting really good at delivering that trial process and finding out that that works really well for you. And then you could start to advertise that through something like Facebook ads and get leads coming to you for the purpose of doing that trial. And then your job is to convert them on the back end of that. The money that you make on the front end will pay for the advertising. The conversion you make on the back end will then build your business and get you more clients. So that's how you might be able to scale this further down the line. That trial example there is just one example. You might do this in any number of ways. You might use paid marketing to grow your email list. You might use paid marketing to grow your online following and get paying customers online. There are so many ways in which you can use that strategy. That's it. That's our 10 lead generation strategies that your competition aren't using. You might think that your competition are using most of those. I can guarantee you that they're not. If they are doing them, they're probably just throwing a load of things at the wall and seeing what sticks. They're not really doing it with any purpose or intention. Now, I know that I've given you lots of ideas to go away with today. My best advice to you is to pick one or two that you feel you can be consistent with and start there. So for example, if you're a newer PT and you're based in a gym, you might decide that you're going to be really consistent on the gym floor and that you're going to deliver some sort of free seminar once a month. You could then use your gym floor activity to fill your seminar every month, and then during your seminar, you might sell some sort of trials or free consultations or anything like that, and that's how you're going to build your business. So see how these strategies can link together, see which ones suit you best based on where you're at now, and then try them out. Be consistent with them. Don't try them once and then whinge that they don't work. The chances are the first time it won't work perfectly, but you've got to iterate it and find a way of making it work that makes sense to you. If you want to hear me talk about all 10 of these in more detail, then please check out the Profit Podcast. You can find it on Apple or Spotify. And if you want any more help, feel free to reach out on Instagram at Matt Robinson PT. Catch you again soon.